Okay, let's continue because we still have a lot more to do. Okay, so if you take a look at it, okay, here we go. We're gonna do some more exercises on insertion. So here we go. Let's read this together. Okay, this is part of a passage. Okay, here we go. Their demise also resulted in the extinction of a half-dozen species of forest insects and the severe crippling of other animal populations such as the wild turkey. These all relied on the American chestnut as a source of habitat and food. Okay. Affected wildlife attempted to adapt to their distributed environment by looking to other species of trees, such as the acorn, okay, and the seed-bearing plants for food. This placed great ecological pressure on those species. Okay. As none could equal the American chestnut in its quality to provide constant abundant crop of nuts, the problem the American chestnut thus show the ripple effects that can occur within any ecosystem when new elements are introduced in an unsound manner. So okay, they're like, okay, what does this all mean? Something happened regarding American chestnut. Okay? American chestnut basically took over something. Okay, but look at the sentence. Okay, now you're like, okay, look at the four square, blah blah blah. Okay, then you're gonna say here. In fact, it is widely believed that the scope of its devastation for eclipses even that of the fungal disease also accidentally introduced the rare Dutch elm tree across Europe and North America from 1910 to 1928. Okay, now looking at that sentence alone, what does this look like, everyone? It's an example of something. It's giving you another example of something, right? So if you take a look at that, right? Okay, you're like, okay, I got it. Okay, where do you think? Giving you an example of the American chestnut. Okay, so if it's giving you an example, then most likely it has to give you some type of example, like the same disaster that happened in Dutch elm. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's first put in the first one that they said. Okay, here we go. Great. Okay, so we put it in here. Okay, the American. I'm just gonna read the last part of the sentence. These all relied on the American chestnut as a source of habitat and food. In fact, it was widely believed that the scope of devastation. It doesn't really talk about the devastation, does it? Okay. Did it give you another example of this before? That this example can go, okay? That means this is called pairing. We're giving you one sentence, or a couple sentences that's talking about an example of something that happened very similar to the American chestnut, right? But the sentence has to correlate, okay? So it has to talk about the devastation. Okay? It doesn't talk about the devastation here. It only talked about what? Turkey's wildlife and then the habitat of food. Alright? Let's continue. Let's see the next one. Okay, in this sentence, basically, I'm gonna go back, sorry. If the sentence is inserted, right? Then it kind of it disputes the description of the demise of American chestnut, doesn't it? It doesn't really tell you details about it. Okay. Let's go to the next step one here. Here you go. Okay. Looking at other species on trees such as the American oak. Now, these are that one sentence right before that is talking about the what? What the American chestnut was doing to their plants. But it doesn't tell you the scope of devastation, right? And it still disputes the effective demise of American chestnut on the economic system. So it can't be there. Okay? Okay, let's go to the next one here. Okay? Here we go. Okay, if you take a look at this one, right? Here we go. as none could equal the American chestnut in its ability to provide a constant abundant crop of nuts. Okay. No devastation. Okay. Doesn't tell you what problem it caused. Okay. So it can't be because the sentence before, right? Before the last sentence, right? Take a look at the last sentence. The problem the American chestnut vine. The major thing that is show the ripple effect that can occur within an ecosystem. So that's the conclusion of all the devastation. So right away you should say, okay, I know where it goes, teacher. Everyone, here we go. Let's look at the last one. Here we go. Okay. Now, the problems the American chestnut line encouragement does show the ripple effects that can occur within any ecosystem when new elements are introduced to an unsound manner. In fact, it is widely believed that the scope of devastation far eclipses even the fungi disease. So it's a bigger problem than fungi disease. Right? It makes sense. Okay? It's logical. Right? It's the correct fourth one, right? Now this is a logical place to insert the sentence, right? Because it explains the previous sentence. It gives you a minor detail of the previous sentence. Example. Okay? It's devastation, right? It directly talks about the flint in the previous sentence.